The dry cleaner shop smelled of starch and old secrets. I'd been coming here for years, shirts, coats, trust. Tonight, it felt different. The owner wouldn't meet my eyes. His hands trembled when he held out my wife's coat. "Listen to me carefully," he whispered. "Grab your kids and leave this town before morning." My throat went dry. Why? He slipped a small sealed evidence bag from his apron. "Because I found this in her coat." Inside the plastic, a sliver of paper glowed like a match head. A bank transfer slip, offshore. The recipient name written in her hand, the amount obscene, and a photograph. My children's faces circled in red ink. I didn't argue, didn't blink, just turned, walked out, and drove home. By dawn, we were gone. I drove on autopilot, my children asleep in the back seat, their breath soft and oblivious. I could still hear the dry cleaner's whisper, the static between his words. Her coat had always smelled of cedar and perfume. Now it smelled like a grave. She had told me the long nights were for work, the trips out of state, the locked drawers. I believed her because belief was easier than proof. But the transfer slip wasn't a mistake, and the photograph wasn't a coincidence. I stared at the highway ahead, calculating distances. Somewhere behind us, she was waking up, realizing the coat was gone, the kids missing. The chessboard flipped in an instant. I kept my face blank for the kids, but inside, a new language began to form, quiet and lethal. Motel rooms became our world. Anonymous sheets, humming refrigerators, neon bleeding through blinds. By day, I built a case. By night, I taught my kids to whisper and wait. I opened a new email account, pulled old favors from people who owed me silence. Phone records showed calls to a number tied to a defunct corporation in Panama. Flight logs showed her business trips matched deposit dates. Piece by piece, the architecture of her double life emerged. She was moving money, not earning it. Moving secrets, not working late. Moving my children like chess pieces she thought I wouldn't notice. I didn't confront. Not yet. The evidence was still incomplete. I needed to know who stood behind her. When the final bank report arrived, my stomach went cold. The signature on the corporate filings belonged to her first lover, the one she swore had left her years ago. He hadn't. He'd been hiding in plain sight, funding her escape plan, and lining up a new identity for her, and custody of my children. I came back to the house on a Tuesday afternoon while she was at work, opened her safe with the code she didn't know I'd memorized. Inside, passports, cash, burner phones, and a ticket out of the country for her and the kids. Not me. No forged papers for me. No seat reserved. Just their three names, printed crisp and legal. That night, I sent her a single message. Meet me. Alone. She arrived at the diner looking clean and careful, like someone rehearsing innocence. I slid a folder across the table. Phone logs, bank slips, the photo with our children's faces circled, the plane tickets. She flipped through each page, slower, slower, as the mask dissolved. "It's not what it looks like," she whispered. I stared at her without blinking. It's exactly what it looks like. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't touch her. I simply slid a notarized custody order across the table, filed an hour earlier. Temporary emergency custody granted based on credible threat. Her own bank records as Exhibit A. She reached for it with shaking hands. "You can't do this." I already did. Her lover's face appeared on my phone screen, video call, live, unwitting. Behind him stood two federal agents. I had tipped them off with the evidence she thought I'd never find. "You built a trap for me," she said. "No," I said softly. "You built it yourself." Now I closed the door. Now the kids sleep in the next room of a safe apartment under a new lock. Their drawings are taped to the fridge. Their laughter sounds cautious but real. She's under investigation. His account's frozen. Their escape plan reversed, turned into a cage of paperwork and indictments. I stand by the window at night and watch the city breathe. The urge to rage is gone. What's left is quieter, sharper. I never hit her, never threatened. I only documented, calculated, removed the oxygen from her fire. Sometimes the kids ask if mommy is coming back. I tell them she's away for a while. It's the cleanest truth I can give. I don't feel victorious. I feel finished. The kind of finished you only reach when you've burned through love and come out the other side to clarity. I close the curtains. My reflection looks back at me, older, harder, still alive. I took back my children, my name, my life. And as the night settles, one thought remains, cold and final. She will never circle their faces again.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.